Everybody, and welcome back to another video on the Durham Student YouTube channel. I'm Karina and I've been making videos on this channel for a while, so you might have seen some of the other videos about my placement year. And today I am going to be telling you all about kind of what I have done on my placement. I filmed a video about 6 months back that was about kind of my experience so far, which covered more like how it had been working with different teams, working virtually, like about my placement cohort, that kind of thing. Today's video is going to be more about like what you actually get to do on a placement. And so I'm going to talk to you a bit about like the different projects, the best things that I've been involved in. Just to set the scene a bit, I have just completed about 14 months working for Johnson & Johnson, and I was working as the brand marketing intern in the Johnson's Baby team. So kind of all my projects are centered around all things baby. And so yeah, I'm just going to take you through some of the different types of projects that I've been involved in. One of my key first projects that I got handed was to lead our bedtime activation. Johnson's Baby has a whole bedtime range, and so I led the kind of whole activation around bedtime. And that was, I think that started about 3 months into my placement. I kind of took over that project, and so I led kind of the integrated comms campaign around that from about October to December. And then when it got round to 2021, I got to lead our kind of planning for the campaign for 2021, but also our business planning for 2022. So kind of calculating growth, size of prize around this. So that was quite a big responsibility. It was a really exciting project to be on, and it was also a cross-brand project. So our brand was working with a couple of different brands to kind of like make an even bigger and better activation. So it was super exciting because it meant that I got to work with different teams too. The next thing, and one of the kind of like key responsibilities for all placements, was budget management. I won't go into this in loads of detail just because it's not necessarily like the most exciting project to talk about, but I managed the Johnson's Baby and Aveeno Baby budgets for the UK and Ireland, and some of the Nordic budget as well. And it's really allowed me to develop quite a lot of skills. So when I come back to Durham in September, I'm going to be treasurer of the Mary's JCR, and that's sort of all as a result of the skills I've learned being on my placement too. Another key responsibility that a lot of placements at J&J have is share reporting. So obviously we play within a market with a lot of competitors, and it's important to understand how you're performing, what share of the market you've got, how your competitors are doing across all sorts of different retailers. So every month I would kind of analyze the market data and write out a monthly share report, and then that would be shared with the wider team, sort of for everyone's context. And also quite an exciting part of that, I, towards the end of my placement, kind of redid how we would do our monthly share report. So I created a bunch of new share tables, a new format for the report, and created a whole new system of doing things, integrating like feedback from different members of the team. So that was also a really cool project to lead. Then one of the other projects that I got to work on, I started this about halfway through my placement, took it over from someone else in my team, was leading our online partnerships. So we partner with different kind of like parenting sites to place adverts on their website, send out emails, create articles, podcasts, vlogs. There's all sorts of cool content as part of these partnerships. And so I led these partnerships, working with kind of external partners as well. So I would have regular meetings with like external stakeholders, which was really interesting. I would write a lot of content briefs that would get sent out to different content creators, but also to the agencies who would like write articles and things based on the kind of briefs and ideas that I wrote out. So you know, as part of this, we had multiple vlogs created, blog posts on their websites. I also led the full design of new banners and a new system of getting our banners put onto their websites too, an overhaul of all of the email creatives that we have on their websites. So that was really exciting as well. Also, because obviously this year a lot of stuff has been online, we've had a lot of online shopping. So it's been really important to have great e-commerce content. So I led the creation of an Amazon brand store for Johnson's Baby. I had like all of our e-commerce imagery updated across all of our retailers. I led like a ratings and review collection program where we sent out lots of samples. So I've done quite a lot of bits around e-commerce as well. A super exciting part of my placement this year has been that we have done a charity partnership with a charity called Alderhay, and as part of my placement, I got to be really involved in like content creation for sort of all of like the media we had around that. So we kind of had stuff on social media, we had stuff on e-commerce, we had banners on all of these partnerships that I talked about before. We had stuff on our YouTube channel as well. So I got to lead kind of the content creation around that charity partnership. So that was a really like exciting project and partnership to be a part of, because we knew it was going to have a real impact. And then a variety of other like bits and bobs that I've been involved in. I led our influencer kind of partnerships for the first sort of 9 months of my placement. I managed all of our website updates, any queries that came through from our consumer care team, like I would kind of lead the responses to those. And towards the end of my placement, I got to lead kind of the update to our like TV commercial creative. I got to be part of like voiceover recording sessions, approving like different takes of our new voiceover, deciding what the creative was going to look like. The kind of final project that I was involved in was a packaging update across our full range, for like address updates and things on our bottles as well. But that involved managing it across like our full product portfolio, which for Johnson's Baby is like a lot of different products. So that was really interesting to be part of too, and was very different to some of the other projects I've been involved in. And the final thing that I got involved in that wasn't like strictly speaking part of my like brand marketing role, but kind of sits within the marketing department, is a team that is focused on like promoting diversity in advertising kind of within the department, giving different talks, trying to like provide inspiration, and give advice to our different brand teams on ensuring that all of our comms that we produce are like as diverse and inclusive as possible. So I got to be part of that team, and got to present at some different events. So our like quarterly marketing meetings, I got to present, and I got to present at an event we ran about mental health and disability and advertising as well. So that was a super great team to be a part of. And it's also just a great thing as part of your placement to get involved in some sort of different teams, to get to meet other people as well, particularly when we've been working virtually all year and haven't had a chance to really meet anyone outside our team. It was great to be part of that team. So yeah, that's just kind of an overview of like all of the projects and things I worked on. Obviously, there were lots more like ad hoc bits that you do in between as a placement, but these were like the key kind of meaty projects that I worked on. And honestly, I absolutely loved it. I had a great time on my placement year. I won't go into it loads of detail because, as I said, there's another video that you can watch about that. But I found it an absolutely fantastic placement to be a part of, and got to work on some super exciting projects. So hopefully that just gives you a bit of an idea, because I wasn't really sure what sort of projects you'd get to work on a placement year. And so this is what I got to do as a marketing placement. So thank you for watching. Please comment down below if you have any particular questions about placement years, or feel free to get in touch with me, and I will see you next time. Bye.